into this week's edition of Hawk Talk. My name is Parker Robbins, and we're joined by a very special guest who won't be a guest for very long. He's stepping into a new role, helping us out on Hawk Talk here, the new co-host. Why don't you introduce yourself and where you're from?
I'm Seth Morkerkey. I'm from Gillette, Wyoming. I came to school here. This is my fourth year. Calling myself a junior, so I mean you can call me a junior, senior, whatever. I'll be here one more year. So just getting started, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, definitely. And you've participated in a lot on campus. One of the things being football. How special has that been being a part of that team the last 3 years, especially?
Yeah, football has been incredible. The coaches there, the teammates there that I've got to meet, got to develop friendship, relationship with. Football has provided so many opportunities, not just on the field. Being able to play, being able to win 3 conference championships. Countless wins, countless, great team wins where we, had to battle, had to play all 4 quarters. But not just on the field. It's been opportunities in the community, opportunities for jobs, opportunities to meet a lot of people who value the Blue Hawk program, value the school, value the team, and really just want to see us succeed in life.
Yeah, and I don't think there would be a hard argument against anyone being a better team player than you. You've had your number called as a quarterback, as a punter, and now as a wide receiver this year. Yep. What's kind of the mindset, just doing anything for the team?
Yeah, I love playing football. I'll do anything that I can to get on the field. I punted for a couple of years. We didn't have a punter when I first stepped into having eligibility. So they kind of asked a few guys, and I was like, I've punted in the past. And then lo and behold, I actually started some games at quarterback that year too. So I was like, really got a taste for college football my first year. And then just getting to transition into receiver has been really fun. Hayden's a great quarterback, and so it's been cool to learn from him, teach him some stuff, and kind of just really learn from the receivers that I had this year. Seth Evanuk, Nick, Dylan. They were just great teachers, and I've learned a handful. I've learned so much as a receiver, so that's been really fun.
Right, and you mentioned a little bit about kind of the work in the community that the football team and everything that you're involved in does. One of those things being the TR Honors and Leadership Program. That seems like it's a close-knit family too, while being great advocates of DSU.
Yeah. The family there, that's another aspect of DSU. Another family that I've been able to involve myself in. Freshman year, I got involved with football and TR, and those are like the 2 biggest things on campus. And so to be involved with both of those things has, another opportunity to get well acquainted with the community, well acquainted with many business people, many local leaders in the community, and to just develop relationships that will last a lifetime.
Right. Kind of coming into your final year coming up here, with all you've been involved in, what's kind of your biggest takeaway from your time as a Blue Hawk?
Man, there's been a lot, but I think the biggest takeaway is just really the relationships, really the family. We talk about family a whole lot, and I've heard other programs talk about family a whole lot, but I'm not sure if they really believe in that or really do that. But here at DSU, as a Blue Hawk, in the Blue Hawk family, you got guys from 30 years ago who come and support the games, who come and talk to you personally and say, hey, we're so proud of the things that you're doing, and we got guys coming to talk to us before the game and say, the friends that you meet here and the relationships you develop on this football field, will last a lifetime. And I think that's the biggest thing, is to value relationships, and that's the most important thing I've learned as a Blue Hawk.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite memory in your time?
On the football field, I would say, I was talking to Dylan Scabo this past season, and we were just talking about all of the fun practices we have. You never really talk about practices because, you're always playing the game, but the times in between, transition times, or where we have special teams and we're kind of on the sideline just talking about life, talking about, the game coming up, or talking about what's going on, in the future, what their plans are. That's probably been the most consistent thing, the most valuable thing for me. But the games are always fun. I remember going to presentation and Trey Boone breaking the all-time rushing record, but that was also the day after Coach Stanton's brother had passed away. and I know that was the game after Coach Stanton's brother had passed away, and that was, an incredible feeling to be able to give Coach that, and I think, that forever will stick with me for life.
Yeah, definitely. And, it seems like you mentioned, moments like that, and just kind of the family that the Blue Hawks build, it goes beyond sports. It goes beyond everything we do. As you step into this new role with us at HawkTalk, what are you looking forward to in this upcoming semester?
I'm just excited to be, get to go on air and experience what you and Nate have got to experience for the past couple of years. Watching HawkTalk has been, it's really awesome to see all the technology, everything that goes into it. But just then also to get to experience the relationship with the people who come on here, to learn about them, learn about where they're from, what their plans are, and why they play the games that they play.
All right, to wrap up, what's your major and where do you plan to take that going forward?
My major is communications. I just transitioned to that actually, and I plan to become a pastor when I come out of school. However long that takes me or wherever that takes me, that's the goal. But just following wherever God leads me, I guess.
All right. Well, let's go get them for the rest of the show.
Come on.
We'll be back with a few women's basketball players talking about their week in the past and their weeks ahead. Welcome back to Hawk Talk for a Blue Feather focus. The Blue Feather Athletic Association, the funding body for athletics through the DSU Heritage Foundation, bringing student athletes in from all over the world, and no better example than today's guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, where you're from, and what brought you to DSU.
Hi, I'm Isidora Tashovic. I came from Serbia. I'm 20 years old, and I'm playing basketball at DSU.
Yeah, you came by way of Miles Community College. You came there, played for Coach Lewis. What was that experience like playing for her and now coming to a 4-year?
I had a rough transition from high school. I played in Florida first, and then I got scholarship offer from coaches. And it was rough first year, but I learned a lot from her, and I got a little bit experience because in JUCO I got a lot of time to play, and
So
positive experience, I would say.
Yeah, and now at DSU, how has the transition been with her, coming from the JUCO to DSU with her?
Yeah, definitely the level of basketball is significantly higher than JUCO. We changed some stuff, I can say. We have a young team, and we need to work harder, I guess.
As a new player to DSU, you're going to have new teammates anyway, but with a whole slate of new teammates, no one's really played with anyone too much. What's that kind of been like to start the year?
It was good. We have an interesting journey, I can say. We're very young. Some people are very inexperienced. We're trying to help each other and work together as much as possible.
Yeah, and as a sophomore, you're kind of one of the elder players on the team.
Yeah.
What kind of role do you try to take with that to help your younger players?
I'm trying to step up and be there for them when they need me, and also let them learn and experience on their own.
Yeah. And looking back at some of your past games, how important are those early non-conference games to kind of build that bond on the court?
Yeah, we had a rough preseason, but I think as a team we learned a lot. On the last 2 conference games, I can say that the first one we started very, very good. As for second one against the Waldorf, we were not very ready to go. We didn't start from the tip, and that caused a loss.
Yeah, and like you mentioned in that first game, taking on Valley City, they're receiving votes in the national polls. almost clipped them at the end there.
Yeah.
But it seemed like a lot of things were going well, and it seemed like you could start to see the formula for success.
Yeah, the things in that game were coming together when I guess we as a team are keep building up and keep going forward.
Yeah. And you guys got another 2 home games this weekend. How nice is it to be able to play at home 2 weeks in a row and just kind of get the sense?
It is very nice. I mean, we travel a lot in preseason, and just having a chance to play in front of our crowd is very nice.
Yeah. For anyone who hasn't come out to see you, what kind of game do you play? What are you trying to do and create for your teammates?
Mostly because my position is point guard. Mostly I will try to set my teammates to be successful, and then I'll try to score and put me in position to do something good for a team.
Looking forward at this season, do you have any goals? Do you have any aspirations going forward?
Goal is to win as many games we can.
All right.
You mentioned the community, being able to play in front of DSU. What has the community meant to you so far? Have you got to experience, the support from the fans or anything in the community?
From Miles, we had a smaller community, but here it's bigger, but it still feels warm and welcoming, and people are supporting.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you come out, support Isadora and her team Friday at 5:30. They take on Viterbo, and then Saturday at 3 against Mayville State, another team nationally recognized, so another chance to try to go grab one there.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you this season.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back with one of her teammates that she'll be passing to right after this.
Life is full of many successes, achievements, stages. Every year we grow, things change, and pretty soon we realize we want and need to do more. When you're ready for that next step, Dickinson State University will get you there. Find out how at dsublue.com. Welcome
back to HawkTalk for another Blue Feather Focus. This time our guest is, a little closer to home here at DSU. Go ahead and introduce yourself and where you're from.
I'm Teresa Phipps. I'm from Jordan, Montana. I'm a freshman this year.
Teresa, you mentioned you're a freshman. You just said that. What's it like being a freshman and playing so much for the Blue Hawks?
It's been an interesting experience. I've had to take on a lot of responsibility and just give as much as I can to the team.
Yeah, and kind of, as we've seen, you've been kind of a force in some of those early season games. How much is that due to Isadora and some of those guards helping you out, getting it into you?
It's really important. They have helped me a lot with just being leaders and just kind of showing me the ropes. And we've just worked really well together, and they make good passes inside and help the team be successful in that way.
Yeah. And what's that transition been like, going from high school in Montana to come playing at the NAIA level?
It's been kind of hard in a way. I was in Class C, so we didn't have as much competition as you'd see in most high schools. And so this was a big jump, and I've learned a lot here.
Growing up, did you ever think you were going to be playing college basketball or starting as a freshman in college basketball?
I wanted to play about my sophomore year. I thought about coming and playing college basketball, and that really made me work hard in high school. And I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to come here and play.
Yeah, and not only the opportunity to play basketball, but you'll also be involved in track and field. Did that play an impact in your decision, being able to do both sports?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to do both at first, but I really love both sports, and I want to try and see if I can be successful in both.
Yeah.
Well, on the court, a lot of new faces, a lot of new teammates. How much does, going on road trips, getting to know each other just in general, kind of work into your success?
It's really important to have that team bond and really know each other. It just helps us play better as a team.
And so looking forward at the year, do you, as a freshman, what are you trying to gain from this experience? Not even just in games, but just kind of learn as a player.
Well, coaches have just taught me a lot, and my teammates, I've learned a lot from them, and I want to get as much experience and learn as many skills as I can from everyone.
Yeah. And we talked to Isadora about being able to play these first 5 conference home games at home, and how nice is that to stay at home during finals week, being able to get your homework done, but also being able to play in front of a home crowd.
The home crowd is really nice. Like when they come and show up to the games and support us, it gives us that much more of a boost and really just gets us going, I think.
Yeah, and how, you haven't been here for too long, but how have you felt kind of the impact of the community as a Blue Hawk?
The community has been very welcoming, and it feels like home almost.
Yeah, and we so often talk about Eastern Montana connection here at DSU. How fun is it to see people that you might have played against in high school or went to school with you?
I wasn't thinking that I was going to see very many people that I knew here, but it's really nice to have that environment that I'm familiar with. And I'm playing with one of the girls that I played with in high school, and that's been really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to this weekend. What would be your when someone asks why should I come out to a women's basketball game, what would you say to them to get them to come out to Scott Gym?
We just try, as a team, we try to have a fun environment and really give a good game to the crowd and just go out and get the win.
Yeah, absolutely. The women's basketball team be on the court this weekend at Scott Gym. Friday against Viterbo, 5:30 start for them. And then Saturday, 3 o'clock against Mayville State. Friday, you heard it here first. It'll be an ugly party, ugly Christmas sweater party. So make sure you show up in the crowd, bring them out. And
I think Parker and I are going to try and have a little competition between ourselves. So maybe come and check that out too.
I'll be wearing a Jamestown sweater, so you don't have to worry about beating me. Best of luck to you, Teresa. Make sure you come out to Scott Gym those nights for that. We'll be back next week talking with some very important guests, some cabinet members, and then we'll be looking forward to the spring with wrestling, basketball, track and field, indoor. Lots ahead for Hawk Talk. Until next week, Hawks are up.